was life like for you growing up as a child?
Oh yeah, going way back. Okay. So I'm from Dayton, Ohio originally, a suburb called Beaver Creek, and I'd say I had a pretty standard childhood, but definitely blue collar. My dad worked for General Motors on the assembly line. My mom was a nurse. So growing up, pretty standard blue collar childhood for sure. I actually worked at General Motors myself. My dad made me work there because he knew that it would start to instill a strong work ethic and get me to the point where I understood what it's like to work hard, what it takes to earn a buck, and things aren't given to you. So I was on that assembly line myself at one point. So, but yeah, Dayton, Ohio, and ended up in Columbus after college, shortly after college.
I would say, did in high school and stuff, did you end up? What did you go to college for? Where did you end up going to college? What were you kind of focusing on?
Yeah, I went to Miami of Ohio. I graduated in '05. So my major in college was in finance, and I actually started to get a little bit of taste of real estate when I was in college. So there were we had to take some specialized classes to. It wasn't a minor, but it was kind of like a minor, and I decided that I wanted to take the real estate classes. So I actually took I think I took I think I actually took all my real estate classes in college, and it started just giving me. I had no plans of getting into real estate. So this is again 2005, or between 2001 and 2005. Never had any plans to get into real estate as a career, but just always kind of had an interest in it, kind of back in my mind. Oh, wouldn't that be cool to do that? And took those classes, and then ended up being able to get my license. Once I graduated, I got recruited actually to a mortgage broker. So I started out my journey there after college as a working mostly doing refis. So this is like the refi boom. This is pre-mortgage crisis, pre-bubble, and um, realized that I just wasn't mature enough to be in a 100% sales position. And um, while I was working as a loan officer, so I had my loan officer's license, and then I ended up meeting some other guys that were working in real estate with a wholesaling company. I had no clue what wholesaling was, and I have a very good understanding of it now, but at the time I had no clue what it was. But basically, investors or agents that were trying to find real estate opportunities, put them under contract, and then sell their contractual interest to an end buyer. And as I got to know them more and learn more about their business, they ended up recruiting me over to that company. So in 2005, I actually had my loan officer's license. This not many people know this because I've been when I tell people I've been licensed since 2015. But actually, what most people don't know is that back in 2005, 2006, I had my loan officer's license and I had my real estate license.
Hmm.
And so at the time, I was working in Cincinnati, and I worked for a wholesaler and that wholesaling company, the owner of it also owned a hard money lending company. So I was working for a brokerage that would identify investment opportunities. Then it would connect those opportunities to an investor, and then also I had contacts with contractors, and I basically was that point of contact for the entire process. Oh,
Yeah.
and I could do the hard money loan for them as well. So it was kind of a one-stop shop for investors to be able to find a property, get it fixed, get it financed, and get it sold. And so I was working there for a while as a licensed loan officer, as a licensed real estate agent, and ultimately still realized that I just wasn't ready for a 100% commission full-time sales job, even being out of college. So I'm not an 18-year-old kid, but I realized I just wasn't mature enough, and I ended up not wasn't a fit for me at the time.
Yeah.
So I was living in Dayton, working in Cincinnati, and then I was hanging out in Columbus every single weekend. So what ended up happening is I ended up getting an offer at a corporate job here in Columbus, And I'm like, okay, 401k, health benefits, salary, I'm out. So I took that corporate job. That was in 2000, that was probably in 2006. And I moved to Columbus. So at that time, I was not focused on real estate whatsoever. So I didn't keep up with my continuing
Yeah.
ed. I didn't renew. I didn't pay my dues. So eventually, my license was suspended, of course. And then because I still did not keep up with it, my license was revoked. So I had a real estate license that was revoked back in like 2006 ish. So when I went to get relicensed in 2015, luckily, all my coursework was still good from college. It was
Mm.
just about to expire. So I was able to retake my coursework was good. So I was able to sit for the exam. So I basically took the crammer, got ready for the test, took the test, and got relicensed.
Awesome.
But I tell people I got licensed in 2015.
Yeah, I mean,